Are we on? Are we recording? Oh. Okay, as you can see, I've had a busy day. I've been baking all day. I've been in the kitchen non-stop. I had to stop what I was doing to share this recipe with you. It's the best carrot cake you've ever had. I used to be a carrot cake hater. Like, who the heck wants carrots in their cake? But when I tried this recipe, I was like, oh. The best part is, it's so soft, so moist, and it comes together in one bowl, so less dishes. I'm lazy, you're lazy, you already know the drill, so let's do this together. The ingredients are very simple, as you can see, not too many. Flour, sugar, brown sugar, key ingredient, some spices. I forgot the carrots. Oh my God. Oh my God. Carrots, don't forget carrots in carrot cake. Don't be like me. Some eggs, buttermilk, oil, and vanilla extract. So what are you waiting for? Get in the kitchen. Now the first step is grating your carrots. Now I like to grate my own carrots. First I'm gonna peel it. You could buy pre-shredded. I just like it super fine. So make sure you get finely shredded carrots. You can also do it in a food processor. I'm being lazy, I don't wanna take it out. So we're just gonna hand grate these. And like I said, when I was little, I used to hate carrot cake, only because I didn't really know what carrot cake was, because all you hear is carrot cake. Like, carrot, a vegetable? A vegetable? In a cake? Absolutely not. But you don't even taste the carrots. It just gives the cake a nice moisture and a sweet flavor. I like to think of carrot cake more like spice cake, because you're using spices, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, brown sugar. I have a microplane, and I'm just gonna grate my carrots. You wanna be super careful, because you can cut yourself. I've done it many times. And for this recipe, we're gonna need 2 cups of shredded carrots. I might be here for a minute. Now I want to post this recipe ASAP because I've been seeing so many people saying they want to bake more. And it's almost springtime. It's carrot cake season. Throw out the cake mix, throw it out. This is what it looks like. You can see it's finely shredded and it's wet. It should be wet. You don't want to drain the moisture. That makes the cake so moist. But in total, we have 2 cups of shredded carrots. We're gonna set that aside and get our main bowl. To our main bowl, we're gonna do our dry ingredients because again, this is super simple, 1 bowl only. First up is sugar, regular old sugar. We need 1 cup of granulated white sugar. And as always, we leave the full recipe in the description box. We're also gonna add in some brown sugar. We're gonna do a cup of brown sugar. Now I like to do a mix of brown sugar and white sugar for the balance. So the brown sugar gives nice moisture and it gives nice flavor. The molasses flavor really comes through in the cake. But the white sugar allows the cake to get a nice caramelization on it and also gives some moisture. So we need 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Oh, that's always so satisfying. We're also gonna add in some cake flour to our sugar. I know it sounds crazy, trust me. 2 1/3 cup. I don't know why I'm singing. 1. Now, could you use all-purpose flour? Absolutely. The cake just may not be as soft and fluffy, so I would recommend cake flour, investing in it. I like to use it in a lot of my recipes, so. If you're gonna be a pro baker, you need some cake flour. We need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Boom, this just helps the cake rise. And we're gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Now we're gonna add in our spices, our ginger. Now you could experiment with this. If you wanna do more, you can do more ginger. If you wanna do less, add less. If you wanna add other spices, allspice, I don't know, cardamom, whatever your heart desires, add it in. But I like to do a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. Boom. Not too much, you know, we don't want gingerbread. We just want a hint of ginger. My favorite ingredient is cinnamon. I love me some cinnamon. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, but I'm gonna do like hefty teaspoons. 1 and 2. Some nutmeg. Now, some people don't like nutmeg. I'm like in between, so I don't like too much. We're gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon. Again, you could just eyeball this, spice it up as much as you want. Finally, some salt. You have to add salt. Salt just balances out everything. In cooking, baking, it's the same thing. Don't add salt, your cake is gonna taste like it's missing something. It just makes you feel alive. Now, it might not be completely smooth because of brown sugar, but if you have big chunks, I like to just use my fingers and like smush it. Like that. It literally just looks like flour. Now we're gonna add in our wet ingredients. So buttermilk, 2/3 cup. So we have 1 stick of melted butter. We're gonna add that in. A 1/2 cup of oil. Where is the 1/2 cup? Now I like to use butter and oil. Oil gives moisture to a cake, butter gives flavor. If you do all butter, your cake could be a little dry. But oil just keeps so much moisture while it's baking. Add in some vanilla extract. Look how big this one is. Oh my God. You could also use vanilla bean paste. I love that. We need 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. Yep. You know, sometimes I gotta add a little bit more. Finally, we're gonna add in 4 eggs. 1, I told you this was easy. 4, it's just like a cake mix. You're adding everything to a bowl and mixing. Try not to spill. We're just gonna give this a good old mix. And lastly, we're gonna add in our shredded carrots, and as you can see, it's super fine and pretty wet. You can squeeze the moisture out, but don't. The cake batter is officially finished, so you can see it looks delicious. Now, I like to give it a little taste. Now, if you taste it and you're like, I wish I had a little bit more ginger, add in a little bit more ginger. So you could really make this recipe your own. And some people like nuts in their carrot cake. Weird, but I'm not gonna judge. So you could add in nuts, you could add in your pineapple, some raisins. Don't do raisins, please. Please. Everything else you can do. But add it in at this stage and we're gonna bake it at 350 for about 20-30 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. So while the cakes are cooling, we have to make cream cheese frosting. Non-negotiable. Cream cheese frosting has to go with carrot cake. It has to, okay? We don't have time to argue. I shared this recipe on our red velvet cake, so if you made that, it's top tier. As usual, you need some cream cheese. 2 blocks of cream cheese. I prefer Philadelphia, not sponsored. I wish it was. The higher the quality of cream cheese is, the better it's gonna taste. This is not something you wanna skip out on. Trust me, I'll tell you when you can skip out on some lower quality ingredients. This isn't one of them. You wanna make sure cream cheese is softened. Mine's a little cold. I'm gonna pop it in the microwave. You're not supposed to do that, but we don't follow rules either. Boom, pop it in the microwave. I almost melted it, don't do that. So all you're gonna do is just beat your cream cheese. You could use a mixer, I'm just gonna use a bowl. You want the cream cheese to be nice and smooth and creamy, and then you're gonna add in some butter. Fun fact, I hate cream cheese. I don't know what it is about cream cheese, but I hate it. However, I love cream cheese frosting. Does that make sense? Cheesecake's my favorite dessert. I don't know. We're gonna add in 1.5 sticks of butter, and we're gonna give this a mix. Again, everything should be softened. It's super creamy. We're gonna add in 4 cups of powdered sugar, which is 1 pound. We're just gonna add it a little bit at a time. You wanna use 10x powdered sugar for the smoothest taste. This could be adjusted based on your preference. If you prefer sweeter frosting, you could do 5 cups. If you prefer less sweet, you could do a little bit less. Add in some vanilla extract and a dash of salt. Do you see this texture? Do you see how creamy this frosting is? We have to. Oh my God. Okay, before I eat all this frosting, we have to frost our cakes. However, when you frost cakes, they have to be completely cooled. That is non-negotiable. I like to put them in the freezer and let them cool completely. You could even frost it the next day, 2 weeks from now. Just keep it in the freezer until you're ready to use. I feel like we need to be by some sunlight. So we're gonna change scenes and then we get to eat. It is time for my favorite part, eating. Oh my God, I am so excited. You don't understand how much I've been craving this. Oh my God. It is so moist, so flavorful. You get the cinnamon, you get the ginger, the cream cheese frosting. You can't skip it, you can't. Now my fork is dirty. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you want to see more of and stay tuned for our next video. Peace. Me and this cake, we're gonna have a little date.